Hey everyone, Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards here. This is my contest response video for Bench Clear Media. They recently hit 4,000 subscribers, which is a tremendous accomplishment considering they've only been around for a few months now. But they've hit 4,000, which is huge, and congratulations for that. And it's a great channel, and all the guys on there, they do great stuff, and there's something for everybody on Bench Clear Media. So if you haven't, I'm sure you've heard of them or seen some of their videos, but if you haven't, if you've been living under a rock, you know, in the YouTube card collecting community, you should check out Bench Clear. So their contest response, Mike, Baseball Collector, came up with this idea, and he wanted us to talk about friendships that we've made from YouTube, right? From the YouTube community. And what's interesting is that because I've only been at this, you know, for, I'd say maybe 16 months is about as long as my channel's been around. I started my channel literally about 2 weeks after the 2019 National in Chicago. And so I actually haven't met anybody in person. But what's so interesting, one thing that I've noticed is that even though I haven't met anybody in person, I feel like I know a lot of you very well, and I know your character. Your character shows, you know, you're a lot of good people. And again, having not met anybody yet, you know, and I look forward to it at next year's show. But there are several individuals that have really, I think we've hit it off, and I look forward to meeting them in person. And there's different reasons, you know. One fairly recent individual that I've gotten to know a little bit is Luis from Lou Rock TV. Luis is Floridian. I'm originally from Florida, and I've actually found out this morning he watches a lot of my videos, or all my videos pretty much, and I mentioned that I was from Fort Myers, and he actually went to the high school that is literally, there's two high schools like in that area of Fort Myers. There's Riverdale High School and there's Lehigh Senior High School, and he went to Lehigh Senior High School, and I went to Riverdale High School. So we went to rival high schools in the same town. Which is pretty wild. So we discussed that briefly in the comments on one of my videos this morning. But he's a really good guy, and he is so involved in the community. And so I feel like he's a good person, and I think there's very positive, very outgoing personality, which is very contagious, and it makes you want to watch his videos and you know, get to know him. So that's one. Another, and this is probably one of the longest relationships that I've had so far since I started this channel, and that's Keith, Vintage Card Curator. Keith will be getting a vote from me for the Hall of Fame, the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I voted for him last year. I'll be voting for him again this year because his channel is fantastic. But beyond his channel, again, this is someone I haven't met. He and I have exchanged numerous emails talking about the PSA trimming scandal, talking about pack collecting. He's actually gotten he's dipped his toe a little bit into the pack collecting part of the hobby a little bit, in part because of our conversations, which is awesome. You know, when someone starts to collect what you like, they see what you like, and they start to collect it a little bit. He's a really good guy, and incredibly personable, and really easy to talk to. We've had several rather long conversations via email about the hobby, and so he's another that I'm very happy that I've gotten to know. Another, and this is a more recent addition to the YouTube friend circle, if you will, it's Mike, the Vintage Composer. Now, Mike has a very unique channel. He does a lot of stuff that other channels don't do. And he was I did a 150 subscriber contest, and he was actually the winner of the contest. And he and I exchanged emails about that, and he discussed a little bit, or he and I discussed the hobby a little bit and what we like to collect. And we have a dialogue literally about every video that I put up. We have a dialogue about it. He watches all of my stuff, which is crazy. Like, he's probably one of the only people which is pretty neat. But because he's such a persistent viewer, that kind of gave me, a chance to get to know him a little bit, because we engage in a dialogue about things. And he's a really, really good guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, you need to check out his channel too. So that's another. And again, it's strange discussing this a little bit, because I'm in a different situation than many, right? Because I haven't met anybody in person yet. So it's just, I'm just coming at it from a different perspective. These are just people that I'm just getting to know a little bit. But what I know about them, and what I know about them from their channels, is really all you need to know. These are the entire. I mean, there's so many positive. There's so many people you could say something positive about. You could have a positive, that someone who's just been very kind to me, or someone who sent me something random that when they didn't have to, stories like that, that warms your heart. But there's so many guys and gals in this hobby that are like that, and so it's hard to to pick a few. But another really, really good guy, I love his channel, stand-up guy, and this is actually someone that Mike, baseball collector Mike, talked about in his video, and that's Mike, Canadian Cards. Stand-up guy. He actually he watches a lot of my stuff. We talk fairly often. He actually likes wrestling cards, which is something that's kind of cool and different. Also, Mike the Vintage Composer, he likes wrestling stuff too, but I've recently gotten into wrestling a little bit. And I really started to watch his stuff when he really started to do wrestling breaks and things like that. But he has got a nice collection. He's an incredibly genuine guy. And he missed, the reason I know he's an incredibly genuine guy, he missed the 150 subscriber contest that I was telling you about earlier. And in addition to apologizing to me, which he didn't have to do, he did a video where he apologized on video for missing the subscriber contest, and he plugged my channel. He put the link to my channel below. Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have just as easily not done that, and it would have been I wasn't offended, but he went to pains not only to apologize, but to right what he saw as wrong, which he didn't. It wasn't, but didn't have to do that. So stand-up guy, classy guy, and so that really meant a lot to me that he did that. That he cared enough to mention it, to apologize for it, number one, and then to mention my channel in a video after that. What a nice gesture. So that really, really meant a lot to me. And then there's a lot more, but the last one is Mike, baseball collector. And he was one of the first subscribers to my channel. And so he was one of the channels that I became the familiar with early on. I wasn't very familiar when I started this stuff. I only knew probably 4 or 5 channels. But he was incredibly welcoming. And he's just been very, very nice. And every time he participated in the 150 subscriber contest, anytime I've sent him a message or sent him an email and, asked him, hey, would you be willing to, just, do this, or, can I participate in, some of your content, like the open mic nights I participated in. And just a stand-up guy, and someone who has I am envious of his collection. I think he has an absolutely incredible collection, and I don't really know what else to say. He's just a really good guy, and there's a reason he has a big following and he has a lot of friends in this hobby, and he's just a good guy. And so there's, those are 5 that I've thought of. And again, my experience is probably not the same as everyone else's because I just don't know anyone personally yet. I haven't met anyone, but I do feel like I know all of these individuals, and I will be at the National next year in Chicago, and I look forward to meeting you all. And if we're out somewhere and I can, if you're open to the idea, I would love to buy all of you or each of you a beer, because wonderful people that have really, really, really made a positive impact on me. And they make me want to keep going. These are the types of individuals that make you want to keep producing content, because there's a lot of, there's so much positive interaction that comes from producing content. It's not just me putting a video out or someone else putting a video out. It's the response, it's the interaction, it's the engagement that makes it what it is. Otherwise, we're just putting out videos. That's that in itself is not the point. The point is the relationships. And so I really, I like this contest response idea a lot. Sorry, this has been a kind of a rambling video, but I hope you all have a great evening, and I hope you all have a great week. I'll be back with another video soon. Keep playing the vintage baseball.